Welcome to the Agents of the Unexplained podcast. From a haunted abandoned asylum to Sasquatch lurking in the dark woods and watching you, and all things unexplained, here are the stories from outside our realm. With your host, Bill Rigby.
Hey everybody, tonight's going to be a good show. Ryan, Paul Tremblay, let me bring him right on in. This man got it all going on. There he is. Hi Ryan.
Hey Bill.
Now,
How's it going?
Oh, it's going. I've been looking forward to this since you said yes.
Me too.
The thing
Me too.
is, and I've been saying this about you,
Awesome.
and I even said this to your face just a little bit ago, that you get right down to basics with common sense, and you ask the common sense questions about stuff.
Yes.
And
Right. That's how it's got to be.
yeah, and it just totally amazes me the way you phrase these questions on your page and stuff. And it's like, man, and people, it makes them think. So that tells me your brain really works.
That's my job.
Yeah. And thank you for doing this tonight too. Thank you for doing this tonight.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure, man. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. Now, you said something to me a little bit ago, and I want to touch base on that right now. The rake. And
Okay.
fill me in on this. Give me your aspects on it.
Okay. I missed the question. I kind of blinked out there for a little bit on screen.
Fill me in on the rake. You there?
Rake. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people will tell you that the rake is just like, yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
So people will tell you the rake is a creepypasta, that there's no precedence for the rake at all. But that's actually not true. If you look at Native American history and you look at some of their folklore, they have what's called the Gugat. Okay. In our language, that means the people before the people. Now, it's a scary tale. They say that, they're dream walkers or that they live underground. But if you look at the depictions, they describe them as pale-skinned, no hair, with the sunken black eyes and very long limbs, so very long arms, very long legs.
Right.
If you look at the rake and you look at the Gugat, they line up perfectly. So really, there is historic references to the rake creature. It's not the rake itself, but it's something that you could analog it with. Oh, and Ashley's in chat.
Yes. Miss Ashley Hill, thank you for telling us about the little bit of delay. I don't know why that's going on. But
I don't know.
We used to be friends on Facebook. Now I got locked out of the other account. And I sent you a new friend request and you kind of blew me off, and I kind of understand why. But please send me one. I love how you handle the Mothman and everything. I think you're an awesome person and very intelligent. And I definitely want to talk to you someday. But anyhow, I had to say that, Ryan. You know that. I already told you that. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do it.
I believe the rake is something. I don't think it's just a ghostly figure. But there's so much more to it that I haven't been able to study up on yet.
No. There's something more to it. I mean, sure.
You kind of
There we go.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, you froze up too.
Yeah, I wonder why. What's going on here?
I have no idea.
Checking this. Everything's running good. How's that? I don't know what's going on with it.
Seems fine on my end. Yeah, it's paranormal.
Yeah, you're right, Tara. But now, what actually do you think the rake is? So,
Oh, you're cutting out.
what actually do you think the rake is?
I think it's the same thing that people are seeing called the pale crawlers. If you look back, there's the Dover demon. That's a very famous pale humanoid. Other people are seeing these pale crawlers all over the place, and I think they're all interconnected in some way. And I think what people are seeing are these pale humanoids, these pale crawlers, and they're just calling it the rake because that's what people are familiar with due to the creepypastas.
Right. Oh, okay. That makes sense too. Oh, Bear goes, rakes, no thanks. Yeah, I can understand that too. And you had a dogman experience similar to my Bigfoot experience, and about the same distance. Now that would freak me out.
Yeah, we were both 15 feet away from what we saw. Yeah.
So tell me, what went through your mind when you saw it?
I honestly did not know what I was looking at, because it looked so hyena-like, but it was standing on two legs, So when you're seeing a bipedal hyena, you're like, wait a minute, hyenas don't walk on two legs. So I had no idea what I was looking at all. I was totally confused and just bewildered and baffled and disgruntled, any word you can think of.
Oh, yeah, very much so. And now, I took a dogman report here in Sharon, in the little town of Sharon, right on the outskirts. And I totally believe this person did see it. And there's been other dogman reports in nearby communities. So it's a possibility.
Right.
Kind of freaking you out right in a little town. There's be a dogman, but I can see it because the river runs right through town.
There's so many dogman reports these days that we are fairy tale.
Yes. And it's weird. The dogman, I discussed with other ones. Some think it's just a misidentified Bigfoot. I don't buy into that because of the ears and the long nosed face. I can't buy into that one with the descriptions and everything. Now, with your sighting, how tall was it about?
Well, yes and no. I think it.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a lot of delay.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said?
I wonder what's causing that.
I don't know.
No, there's such a tremendous delay that I think we're overlapping.
Yeah. All right. Here's a question. Are the rakes out west, up north, down south in PA? I can partially answer that.
Well, they're being seen all over. I mean, there was reports here from Arizona. So, okay.
And I saw a picture of one up near Kinzoo that was taken up there. And you can tell it was a rake. I wonder why we're having such a delay tonight. That's the first time for that.
Yeah, there is a really bad delay.
And Tara Stephanie says there's been a report up in Warren County on a rake.
I'm not surprised.
Me neither. Down there, my friend's place down in West Virginia, there was a report of one up on the hillside. Well, the mountain, actually. But
yep.
Rob, my buddy Rob says Dogman's causing the delay. Now,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Me neither. Now, with the looks of a Dogman, do you think it could be misidentified as a Bigfoot?
It's cutting out again.
Can Dogman be misidentified as a Bigfoot?
I think it's possible. Yeah, there's a creature called the Gugwe. And if you look at Gugwe reports, they look like mandrills. Their faces aren't like normal Bigfoot. They actually have the long snout and they have the tufts of fur on top of their head that could be misidentified as ears. So I think it can work both ways. I think people could see a Gugwe and think Dogman, or they could see Dogman and think something else. So there's a lot of room for misidentification amongst both of them.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. There, I still have a hard time, like I said, on people saying it could be a Bigfoot with the ears, but with that, yeah, that makes a little bit of sense. But
yeah, I mean it's logical, I mean, Gugwe have been seen a lot, so
yeah, and like old Bear out there that said he didn't want to deal with no rake. I can understand it. Old Bear, I got a lot of respect for that man. Has been out there. He has dealt with the good Bigfoots and the bad ones. And he does a lot of help for people if they're having problems with Bigfoot. But with the Dogman, I believe, I don't know if I want to run into a problem with one of them.
Well, I mean, there's hostile stories of Bigfoot too, though, so that's something we do have to keep in mind.
Yeah, but I hear more hostile stories for a Dogman than I do a Bigfoot, and
that's not the case with me though. Since I study the folklore, I've read a great number of stories that show hostile intent amongst both of them. So,
Nikki Cologne set me straight on one area down there where the southern Bigfoots are kind of calmer, where the northern Bigfoots are more hostile, or vice versa. I can't remember. Are more aggressive. I ain't gonna say very hostile, but
it could go both ways, I think.
Yeah. And I believe if you got too close to a young, parental instincts protect their young or interrupt their food source, they're going to.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. It's
of course.
So it's interesting. That's interesting. Now we're going to step one foot over the line and go with this one. Who do you think will win the battle?
Oh, the age-old question. A lot of people are going to go with Bigfoot, but I'm going to go with Dogman. I think a Dogman could take it. If you want to look at the weapons that they have.
That's like Kong and Godzilla, question. Oh, come on. I'm sorry.
Don't get me started on that one. Don't get me started on Kong.
Oh, me too. Oh, me too, brother. Me too. I could not resist throwing that one out there because to me, it could go either way. It really
I respect
could.
it. I respect it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's variables to consider. You got to look at how many dogmen there are in the fight and how old is the Bigfoot, how old's the dogman, how big are they? Where the weather conditions. There's a lot.
Yeah, we're going to put money on this one. No. But no, seriously. Ashley's with you on that one. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Ash. I think it's a damn good possibility. I ain't gonna lie. Now I got bitten by a shepherd before, attacked by one. So I'm leaning toward the dog man myself. Damn, those bites hurt.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, I mean, you can imagine the jaw power that they might have. Hyenas have the most powerful bite out of all the animals.
Yeah.
So if they're anything like hyenas with a bite power, ooh, ouch.
More than ouch. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that's fatality.
Yes, and that's the reason I really don't want to run into one because with my luck, he'd be the pissed off one, and I'd be the one getting mauled to death.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. After hearing that Martin Groves story,
Martin Groves.
Yes, Teresa, I got to kind of agree with you there too. That's like I said, I hear more horror stories of a dog man than I did of a Bigfoot. And granted, I heard my horror stories on Bigfoot too. Now,
I did see a comment though that I wanted to address real quick.
Okay.
Somebody has a theory that Bigfoot, Dogman, and Wendigo are all the same. Wendigo absolutely is not a type of Bigfoot at all. It's not even in the same realm. Bigfoot's possibly flesh and blood. Wendigo is not anywhere near the same thing. Nowhere even close. Wendigo is a entity. It's a spirit kind of thing that can possess a human being. Has absolutely nothing in common with Bigfoot or Dogman.
Did you catch that, Rob? My buddy Rob. And you are the Wendigo guy. So let's take the step toward that one now.
Mm-hmm.
Give us your theories on it.
Okay. Well, I mean, from what I've researched, and I've gotten this from actual indigenous people, it's a spirit that's brought on usually during wintertime. It's a winter spirit. And if a man or a woman or even a child break certain cultural taboos, this spirit can possess them and turn them into a Wendigo. And even though cannibalism is the most popular, that's not the only means of somebody becoming a Wendigo. Greed, sloth, envy, all those things can bring it on. But somebody can be cursed by a shaman to become a Wendigo.
Oh, wow. Oh, and my friend Susan says you
Mhm.
just said what she was thinking about Wendigo being more of a spiritual creature. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't even consider it a cryptid, to be honest with you. I think it's more supernatural slash paranormal. It doesn't belong in the cryptid category at all.
I thought that from the beginning when I started reading about them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, even though they're
Yeah.
thrown into the cryptid category, a lot of people throws them into that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I didn't really agree
Yeah.
with that
Well, the reason
either.
why they do that though is because yeah, a lot of people have kind of interwoven it with the whole werewolf story where, a man gets bitten by a Wendigo or whatever, and that's how he can become a Wendigo. But they never said anything about the bite of the Wendigo in the original Algonquin and Cree lore. A lot of people have kind of stockpiled on top of it and just confused the whole thing.
Right. Like most of the stories, it gets added to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, with the Wendigo, is it similar to the Skinwalker or no?
Yes and no. The only similarity is that they're both beliefs of the indigenous people. Other than that, the two are very much separate. They're not in the same category at all.
Okay. Because I have not followed the Skinwalker Ranch. I caught bits and pieces of it, and because I've been dealing with a lot of other stuff, and so with the Skinwalker, I catch from other people what they tell me. Now this
Right.
winter, I
And
know
that's
I'm going
another
to be.
one that's become very yeah, it's become very confused and convoluted. Anything that's like undescribable or unexplainable, people say it's a skinwalker, but that's just not how they operate. I mean, the Yinararushi are very specific in their operation methods. So
Right. And so I definitely going to do some researching on that, the Skinwalkers this winter, because I'm planning on being full health
I've got a
next
blog. You
summer.
can read my blog. My blog's going to have that.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
definitely will. Can you share the
Yeah,
links to
you're
that?
going to find a lot of stuff there. So
Yeah.
I can send you the links later on. Sure. Yeah, I don't have them readily available right now. Unless
Yes. Definitely send them.
so, Ashley, you want to grab my blog link for me?
Yeah, please, Ash. Grab that for him. And
She'll do it. She's good like
yeah.
that.
Oh, I know she is. She met one of my good friends, Mike Hartman, at Hawking Hills. And Mike started saying about her.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
I went, yeah, I know her. I know of her. Why not? We won't let you?
Oh, that's right. She's not a moderator. She can't post links.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
you get to be a moderator to post links on YouTube.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's right. Forgot that. Send me the link when you can, and I'll post it for other ones to go to. So definitely. And yeah, because I definitely got to read up on it. I definitely do. Everyone else can.
There's a lot to read, Bill. There's a lot to read. It's a very, very in-depth. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did a very in-depth investigation on them. I'm still doing it. It's active 24/7. So.
Oh, that's awesome. That it can't just be skimmed over anyhow. Yeah. None of this stuff can just be skimmed over.
No, it's really complex. I think a lot of people, right, and a lot of people just they gloss through it and take what they want and create a scary story, but no, shouldn't be that way.
Ashley, I heard you was very nice, so don't worry. I heard Mike thought highly of you. Mike Hartman. He was one of the speakers this year.
Oh, nice.
He did.
Nice.
He spoke real highly of her, saying how intelligent and everything she is. So I went, I know, but I'm not on her.
He's not wrong.
Her page anymore.
He's not wrong at all.
No, I know he ain't. And I said, I'm not on her page anymore since I got locked out of my other account. I said, I'm mad at you. Shut up. But yeah, and the other thing, we're going to get someone fired up. In this cryptid field, there's a lot of BS that's out there. And you got to agree with me. There's so much BS. And some of the BS comes from the Mothman lovers. I'm joking, Ashley. I'm joking. No.
Well, you went there. You actually went there.
Yes, I did. I had to. Oh, I'm just joking, Ashley.
She's coming for you now, Bill. Be careful, man. Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
Yeah. But believe it or not, Ashley, no, my 11-year-old grandson and I will be at the Mothman Festival next year. I'll guarantee it because he's into the Mothman. So I'll introduce you to him. She'll probably be there anyhow. I'm sorry, Ashley. I couldn't resist.
I'm sure.
But yeah, I get a lot of things sent to me, and I got to tell the people, you got to think outside the box. And you got to study it where you got to use common sense. And, and I'm running into more and more people without common sense. And I hate to say it.
Yeah, I mean, people just want to believe, man. That's what the problem is right now, Bill, is people want to believe so badly that anything's acceptable at this point.
I have a hard time accepting pictures anymore.
Oh, me too. Me too. Big time. Me.
With AI and all this paranoia crap, it's hard. It's very hard.
Oh, it's getting very difficult now. So,
how do you deal with it?
I just try to take it at face value and I go, okay, somebody tried. All right. But I examine every photo that I get. I'm a stiffler for that. Like, if I get a photo, I'm not just going to take somebody's word and be like, oh, hey, it's a real Bigfoot, a real dogman. No, I will do reverse image searches on Google. I will look all over the internet and see if I find anything that matches up. And unfortunately, a lot of times I do come across the photos from somewhere else. So I can go, oh, it's bull crap. Okay, moving on to the next one. Yeah. It's something you get used to, Yeah. It's one of those things that's going to keep happening.
I get a lot of them, and I do the same. I blow this picture up, get better, then I'll Google search it. And we got so much crap out there anymore, and so many people that want to believe, and when it's paranoia.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's getting bad, Bill, when people believe Peter Kane. Yeah.
You got that right. You got that right. And it's, it sucks. And And I try to be straight up with people. Like I told you, I don't know that much about Skinwalker because I haven't studied. I try to be very, very truthful and very straight up and honest with the people. Then I'll share my experiences and what I've learned. And I ain't going to try to exaggerate. Now, I ran into a person that actually said to me said to a whole group of us, and he was very adamant. Bigfoot jumps through portals. That's how he gets around. That's how he does it. And I'm sitting there. Now,
it's a popular belief.
It's a probability, but the Bigfoot I saw didn't jump through no damn portals. And he's going around telling everyone, just being very adamant, and a few people that knew me that was in this group was looking at me to see what I was doing, and I'm just sitting there. Finally, I stood up. I said, "Excuse me." So they jumped through portals. Yes. Have you seen this? No, but I'm telling you. No. You're not telling me nothing yet. Have you seen a portal?
How does that work?
I said, have you seen a portal? No. Have you seen a Bigfoot? No. Then sit your ass down and shut up. If you said you believe, that's one thing.
Wow.
But when you try to tell everyone that's what they're doing and you haven't even seen it happen or seen one or anything, shut the hell up. And usually I don't get like that.
Right.
Usually I try to be more logic.
Correct.
But sometimes you get frustrated. And that...
all the time. I mean, it's only natural to get frustrated with this stuff.
Yeah. And I'm very straight up and honest. And I'll tell you, yes, I believe this is what they do, but I don't know for sure. A good friend of mine.
Right.
Believes they're paranormal.
That's like the thing I wrote the other day, the post. We only have theory, conjectures, and ideas.
Exactly. And a friend of mine thinks they do jump through portals. He don't know for sure. He's never seen a Bigfoot. He's been researching for 50 years. And I got to speak at this one conference, and I said, I'm feeling very honored I was asked to speak with these guys here. And he looked at me and said, why? I went, because they're well-known researchers. He goes, they should be honored to be speaking with you. I went, why? He says, you saw a Bigfoot. Ask them how many they seen. Oh,
true.
But I'm
valid.
It is what it is, and I'm still humble and I still feel honored to be in their presence, because I respect them that much. And I'm just me, and
always remain humble, man.
Yeah. And
always stay humble. That's how you got to be. Don't ever let ego or anything take over. Be humble.
Nope. I love what I do out here. I'm a totally retired from work. This is my job now.
Nice.
Get out there researching.
There you go. You're welcome.
And doing this podcast and learning. I'm going to be 65 years old and still learning, and I love it.
As it should be.
This stuff from you, and learning stuff from you tonight, even, and I'm being honest. You got it, and believe me, I'm going to be all over your blog. I'm going to be.
I hope so. Please, that's what it's there for.
No, I'm going to be all over it. And so I can learn a lot more.
Good. You better be. I'm going to hold you to that.
Don't worry, I will. And I want to talk with Ashley too and learn so much more from her. I had Steve Ward on my show.
And you will.
Oh yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Having Steve on, I learn a lot from him. And I know I'll learn a lot from Ashley because she studied the Mothman heavy. And I don't care if I'm learning
Oh
from a
yeah.
young person. Now, just in England, I had him on my show. A young kid, very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Nice.
learned stuff from him. You know, but you
Yeah.
got to keep an open mind. And I
Mm-hmm.
see so many people out there get closed-minded on this. And
That
that's
does
where,
happen. That happens a lot. They have one belief they want to stick to.
yes. And that's where you're help changing a lot of that with your common sense approach.
I'm trying to. I'm definitely trying. I mean, that's my goal. Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm trying to. I mean, I get a lot of resistance. Believe it or not, Bill, I get a lot of resistance from people. But you know what? Any good thought does. Any good thought gets a lot of resistance, and
Yes.
you just got to stick to it and keep at it.
Yes. And I get resistance too, and I get told I'm an ass at times for the way I go about it.
Oh,
But
me too. Oh, me too. Trust me.
yeah. Oh, that's a good question, Susan. Let me put it up there. You see that question?
Well, yeah, I think it depends on what kind of entities and creatures you're talking about. If you're talking about like skinwalkers, I mean, no, they're chosen for different reasons. Wendigo, yeah, they choose very specific people. And okay, I guess I could see Dogman and Bigfoot doing that too on who they want to reveal themselves to. I kind of believe that that is a possibility, that if you go into the woods with hostile intention, you're not going to see them because they don't want you to see them. So I think you have to go in there with positive intent and you'll see a Dogman or a Bigfoot. I do believe that, yeah.
That I do too, to a certain point, and I'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
The one area that I go
Okay.
into, which I haven't gone into a lot this year because of medical reasons, but as I'm going in, if I'm going in by
Right.
myself, I'm always talking to them, letting them know I'm there. I'm not there to do harm. I'm just in to enjoy the woods with them in the whole 9 yards. Well, the one
Very
day
good
I had
idea.
a lot on my mind. I just walk it in, and I got a solid wood area on this trail on both sides. Then you get down, you got woods on this side, and on this side you got this big brush field. Then you get on down that just a little bit, right near the end of that brush field, more wood starts on that side. And I go down about another 100 feet
Okay.
and turn and go into the woods. Well, I just got to that wood line, and one of the loudest damn tree knocks I ever heard was right beside me, and there's no trees there.
Ooh.
So the sucker
Whoa.
was close. It made me jump. It's like, oh. I said, I'm sorry, it's just me. I said,
I
a
bet.
lot on my mind. I wasn't thinking. I should have told you I was here. I go on in, make the turn, go across the gully, on into the woods farther, and sit down in my normal spot. There's times I see birds and hear squirrels and chipmunks and other stuff in there.
Dang.
I sat there an hour, not a damn sound, not a bird, nothing. We turn around. After an hour, I get up, I start walking out. I get back out to the trail, and then you start hearing the birds. It was in there and keeping everything quiet on me because it was mad because I didn't announce myself. So I do believe they do know when you're there.
Oh.
So,
Wow.
Now, the one I saw,
Interesting.
yeah, the one I saw
Mm-hmm.
was playing a game, see how close he can get to me. I really do believe. Because he's knelt
Mm-hmm.
down as I was coming down the
Could be.
trail. And when I knelt down and looking down the trail, I caught movement in my right eye.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned and looked, and there he was, leaning in with his big hand in front of him, leaning on it, looking at me beside a tree right inside the wood line. Yes. So I think that was the game. I'm not sure.
Very.
But that what happened when you saw your dog, man?
Bill froze up.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I saw him in my friend's backyard.
Oh.
So, and when I saw the dog man in my friend's backyard, actually, he wasn't even really trying to hide himself. I think it wanted me to know that he was there, but I think in a way I spooked him. I think I snuck up on him like he kind of snuck up on me. So we're kind of giving each other that look of, what are you doing here? You know, I think we both believed one didn't belong there. So,
yeah.
mm-hmm.
I think I upset the one that I saw because he got caught. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a similar thing with my dog man encounters. Like, I wasn't supposed to walk back there at that time. So when he saw me, I think he's kind of like, okay, you saw me. Why aren't you running away from me now? Because I didn't run. So I think this dog man was just kind of like, okay, go away, leave, run like normal people do. But I didn't do that because I'm not normal. So I didn't run away like normal people.
yeah. Oh, wait a minute. They bounced out of there. Gwendolyn says, hi, guys. Yeah. How you doing, Gwendolyn? About time you joined in.
Yep, there she is.
Yeah. And my cousin Tina, has anyone seen a baby Bigfoot? They have been out there.
Oh,
yes.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard of juveniles, but not baby.
Yeah. I've heard
So,
I've heard of people saying the mother carrying the baby. Actually seeing a baby, no.
No, or hearing them. People have heard them too.
Yes. Yes. I'd like to interview someone that actually saw a baby one.
Oh, I would too. I'd love to hear all about that. Heck yeah.
Yeah. That would be very interesting.
That would be pretty interesting to see a baby Bigfoot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some baby.
I mean, are they
human
cute?
babies?
Are they ugly?
Yeah, that's what I was going. Some babies, that human babies, got the bigger head than the body. I wonder if their feet bigger than the heads. Did we freeze up again?
Yeah.
But Susan, I've been talking about that, and other ones are starting to do this wave, do their frequencies.
Yep.
So
I do meditation before I go out, so I do have belief in that.
Yes. I do some C75 with some friends of mine, and we meditate beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Grace. Oh, geez.
I would suspect baby Bigfoot's called whatever baby Bigfoot wants to be called.
Who's going to argue? The mother will smack you if you call it the wrong thing.
Not me. Not me. I'm not going to argue. Nope.
Nope. But yeah, so I still want to see a baby Bigfoot. Not, I really do.
Oh, me too. Me too. From a distance, though, so I'm safe.
Yeah, I don't want to be no 15 feet because I know I'm dead man then.
Yeah, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that was close enough for me. I want the rest of my sightings to be out there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 100 yards head start to get the hell out of there.
I can get with that.
And you're
sounds about
close
right
encounter.
to me.
Yeah, you're close encounter of a dog man. I didn't fill my pants with Bigfoot. I know I would with a dog man. That's a guarantee.
I didn't do much of anything, man. I stood in place. I didn't even want to breathe. I was afraid that if I breathed too hard, I'd be in trouble. So,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I know I would have been. Because my heart would be coming out my chest. It's like, shit, I'm going to get tore up now. But
I didn't even know what to think. I had no idea what I was even looking at the time.
Well, about how tall was it?
On two legs, I'd say maybe about 6.5 feet. So he had a good, couple inches on me at least. I'm only like 5'9", 5'10". So it was a lot taller than I was, and I wasn't about to mess with that. It's like, okay, you tower over me and you got more muscle than I do, so you're in charge, buddy. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. I'm 5'10", and when we saw that Bigfoot stand up next to that tree, all I can think of was, run now. And I ran backwards.
Oh, see, I was the opposite, man. I was the opposite. When I saw that dog, man, I was thinking, don't move, don't run, no sudden movements, nothing at all. So I literally just stood in place staring at this thing.
That's the first time I ever ran from anything, and I'm being dead serious. But I ran backwards, and
I don't blame you.
This old man can run pretty good backwards without falling down. I can tell you that much. On a trail,
I'm impressed.
So am I. I try
man.
without being panicked. I probably fall on my ass, but
probably.
We went back the next day to measure up about how tall it was. And of course, I did not go alone. I took a group of people with me. We measured up as around 7 foot. And I know the shoulders are 4 foot.
Wow. That's tall.
The muscle tone. Yeah. The muscle tone on that SOB.
Golly.
And it's.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I was scared.
I can imagine so. Rightfully so.
And I ain't going to deny it. It scared me. So, like my buddy Mike Hartman, he was doing recording. And he had his headphones on. He had 2 microphones out each side of his windows on each side of the vehicle. The windows are all fogged up. And he hears something coming through the brush, but he couldn't tell which microphone. He goes to put his window down. There it was, standing right near the vehicle. And he was doing a live at the time. And you could see that it scared the living crap out of him. And he just threw the car and drive and took off. And he's all over the place trying to get out of there. And
whoa.
It's
wow,
like,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's intense, but that's cool.
Yeah, it was very intense. And I can understand that.
That's intense. That's very intense.
And I'm watching the video. I'm going, slow down, Mike. Easy. Calm down. You're going to wreck. You're all over the road. Calm down. Like he could hear me.
Right.
And I'm thinking, turn around, go back. Get the lights on it. Now,
Yeah, he wasn't going to turn around for that. No way. Mm-mm.
He did way up the road, but like I was asked, why didn't I get a picture of the one I saw? You're not thinking about grabbing my phone out of my back pocket, and by the time I would have got the camera on, after I unlock the screen, get the camera on, tell it to say cheese. Come on. And then, of course, you got brush around it, and you got this tree and brush around it. What do you think is going to focus on? Some of the leaves that are a little closer to me. So I'm still going to have a blob picture. So
exactly.
Mm-hmm. And that punk kid goes, well, I still would have taken a picture of it. All right, talk your crap now.
No, he wouldn't have.
No,
he would not. Everybody says that. Oh, I would have taken a picture. No, you wouldn't. You would have been too surprised and too shocked to reach for your phone. They can talk the talk, but once they actually have to walk the walk, they don't know how to do it anymore. They're like, oh, okay. Now I see why you didn't take a picture.
Yep. And one thing I was told, be careful what you wish for. And I really wanted to see a Bigfoot.
Yes.
I should have been a little more careful how I phrased it. At a distance, please.
The universe is always listening.
Yes.
Yeah, the universe is always listening, Bill. You got to be careful.
And and it was listening big time. It showed me up close and personal.
Oh, yeah. It sure did. It said, okay, that's what you want, then that's what you'll get.
And I hope the universe is listening, that I want to live amongst them for a little while so I know what they're doing and why they're doing it. Be
careful with that wish too, man.
I know. Believe me. I really do like to be able to study them a lot better and understand them a lot better.
Oh, me too. I think studying them up close would be amazing, but I think we're a long, long way from being able to do that.
Yes. Yes, we are. Now, with that being said, the type of research that we've been doing, and we already hit on this, that we got to start thinking outside the box, doing more outside the box with new technology and that.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
I even picked up, I do some ghost hunting, very little, but I do some ghost hunting. But I picked up a spirit box. I'm going to use this summer out there. I got my EMF and my K2, which we actually used up in the Alleghenies there in September.
So you'll be doing some para cryptozoology then?
Yes, very much so. And I want to get
very nice
something to do frequencies with, but this equipment's starting to get a little expensive. But I'm definitely going to get this stuff so I can step my game up a couple notches.
Awesome. You'll have to let me know if you get any results.
Oh, I definitely will, Ryan. I definitely will, because
keep me posted on all that.
Oh, I see one of my heroes is out there watching. Amy Boo. Glad you're out there, Amy.
Oh. Okay.
But Project Zoo Book. She is awesome.
There
I
you go.
love Amy. She is awesome.
Very cool.
So I'm definitely going to be stepping my game up next year, with stuff like that, and getting these frequency meters and stuff too, and go that route.
Very nice.
And I'm
Sounds exciting, man.
Yeah, and I'm kind of excited about it because in April I'll be doing my regular camp out at Salt Fork at the end of April.
Ooh.
But in July we're going to be in the Alleghenies.
Nice. That's going to be cool. That's going to be awesome.
Yes, and we're going to. I hope I have all the equipment together for the Alleghenies.
I'll have to come join you one year.
Yes, very much so. And bring Ashley.
We'll see definitely. If we get yes, that's my partner in crime.
Yes. So. You definitely got to bring her. That way you can stay out of trouble.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. She's the better looking of the two anyway, so I definitely have to bring her wherever I go.
I ain't going to disagree with you. Don't worry. And Tara says the Alleghenies are awesome. She lives in the Alleghenies. She would know. But yeah, so we'll.
Oh, nice. We'll very cool. Very, very cool. Nice.
We will definitely be doing that camp out up there in July, and up there, up near the Jacobs Rock area. Not at Jacobs Rock, but up in that area, and that's
gonna be really cool, man.
And that's where the one rake was seen, up near Jacobs Rock.
Okay. All right. Very cool.
Yeah, and a lot of Bigfoot activity in that area too.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, and I just
awesome, Bill. That sounds really exciting.
I just put a poll on there. I just put a poll on my agent's page about it yesterday, and already got 25 people say they're coming up to that. So hey.
Oh, that's cool. Wow, I'm jealous. I can't afford to make it this year, but next year.
We'll do another one, that's for sure. I'm definitely, I'm stepping my game.
I'll try to make it.
Yeah, I'm stepping my games up. We're going to get this researching going big from now on. And I can't just
do it, man. Go big or go home.
Yeah. Yes, and I sat home a lot this year, and because of the blood clots in my lungs and that, I wasn't allowed to get out and do the thing. And
right. Yeah, your health. Yeah.
I'm almost back to 100%. So look out, world. Here we come. And I'd like to get out.
Gonna make up for lost time, are you?
Yeah. Yes. Spend a lot more time in the woods.
Please.
Yes.
You're welcome to come out anytime.
I'd love to.
Yeah, we got the Mogollon Rim that we can go up to. We got all these different places. Yep.
Sweet. Definitely got to do that, Ryan. Yeah.
Yes. Let's make it a point.
I'm going to mark my calendar and say, hey, we got to make a point to get here then. And we'll figure it out. But it's all right.
100%.
Yeah. Now, let's have some closing thoughts on some stuff here.
Okay.
Bigfoot. How many do you think populates the whole United States? A guesstimation, I know.
153,000 or even higher, but I don't think it's that many. I don't think there's thousands of Bigfoot roaming the United States. I really don't. I think if there was thousands of them, we'd see them basically every day. So I think the number is kind of declining. I think the numbers are starting to dwindle. So if I had to guess, I'd say maybe like, I don't know, if I'm being generous here, 2,000, maybe 3,000 at most. You know, I mean, that's high because we'd see them more often, but we don't. So that's my thoughts.
Where is the most population, you think, of them?
I would say maybe Canada, you know, like where there's more forestation, where we're not leveling everything out. I think there's more up that way. I do think there's some in Washington and California, but I think we're likely to find more up in Canada and maybe even foreign countries like, you know, maybe Russia has a good number, you know, Himalayas possibly. Wherever people aren't, I think there's more of them there.
Granted, I agree. Now, we'll reverse it over the dogman.
Oh, boy. Well, where I stand on the dogman, it's kind of like I want to believe they're flesh and blood, but I think they're interdimensional. So I'm going to say that I don't think there's any dogman living in the woods. I think they're off wherever they come from, and they pop into our woods or to our cities whenever they want to. So we'd have to guess how many dogmen are living in another dimension, you know, because they're not here. I don't think they are actually from here. I really don't.
I can buy into that somewhat. I really can. You know, like,
okay,
some people say that
fair enough.
Bigfoot's interdimensional. They say, look, how can tracks just stop in the middle of everything else? They're going now, and they're gone. All right.
Right.
I can buy into that theory a little bit too.
That's fair.
You know, you got to be open-minded about it. You can't just say, no, that don't happen, because we don't know. Here's a very tricky question for you. Let's see if you can get it right.
Boy.
Do you think dogman weighs more than a Bigfoot?
Oh, no. No, Bigfoot's got the muscle, it's got the height, it's got the mass. I think dogman could be pretty big, but no, Bigfoot's going to be up there, dogman's going to be down here. I don't think dogman's ever going to be larger than our boy, the Sasquatch. No.
Good answer, buddy.
That's just my opinion, though. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I will admit it.
I heard stories where a dogman was 12 foot tall. All right.
Well, I mean, that kind of breaks the law, though, of bipedal creatures, though. Because after you reach a certain height, it's just not possible for that creature to be bipedal anymore. So when they talk about like 12 foot tall or 18 or like 30 foot tall Bigfoot or dogman, it's not going to work because the skeletal structure would collapse with so much weight on it. So something that big couldn't exist if it's bipedal. It wouldn't work. It's biology, it's physiology, it's, you know, science. It would just collapse upon itself.
I agree. Now with the Bigfoot, in our area here, they're known to go from 6 to maybe 8 foot. Not these 12, 14, 16 footers. That I hear, or maybe that's just out west, but yeah, you got bigger trees out west, but they can hide better. No, I don't buy that.
Biology would still be an important role. I mean, its physiology couldn't stand up to something that height. If you're like, you know, 18, 19, 20 feet, your bones are going to start to feel that, and it's just not scientifically possible. It's not physically possible for something like that. So I would agree with what you said, though. Like 8 feet, I could see something 8 feet, absolutely. But anything really beyond that, I have a hard time buying it.
Yes, and the one I saw that was 7 foot in that area was big enough for me. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that seemed like a monster size
go.
to me. You know? But
well, yeah, because I mean, we're not that tall. We aren't that tall. So when we see something taller than us, we go, "Ah, crap, man."
Oh, like I said, I'm 5'10". My 11-year-old grandson, who loves the Mothman, is as tall as me right now, and he's only 11. So he's going to probably be about 6'6", 6'8". Yeah, he's going to be tall. Believe it or not, a year ago, when first day of school,
he'd be a big boy.
He was short and
boy.
stocky. Yeah, he was short and stocky. This year, starting school, he was the tallest kid in his grade, along with the older kids in the upper grades. He's taller than them. It's like,
wow.
He cost us a lot of extra money this summer buying
tall
clothes.
Kids, man.
Yeah, but you know.
Oh yeah, I imagine. Oh my gosh.
So he's not going to weigh like that Bigfoot did. So if he's 6'6", 6'8", he's going to be tall. He might have a little bit of muscle to him, but I got to agree with you. Anything over 8 foot, it's kind of hard to fathom that they're going to be able to stay standing. You know, the other thing is
it doesn't make sense.
The spider walk for the Bigfoot or the spider crawl. Could that be because they're so tall? Or
it
that's
could
just
be.
them
It could
trying
also
to get
be that they have
close.
more joints than we do. Well, I mean, if they got more joints than we do in their elbows or their knees, I could see that being the case. I could see them being able to do that.
Okay, because I've heard it different times, and now when I was in the service, we learned the low crawl and the high crawl, whatever, but we didn't do a spider crawl like this. God, that would kill me. That would kill me.
I'd be feeling it for weeks if I tried it. So
yeah,
it's not going to happen.
I believe it's very possible they can do it, but I don't know. But anyhow, it's after
definitely
8.
a possibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's after 8. Any final thoughts from you?
Well, I mean, just keep looking, you know, I mean, we need answers. So get out there and do investigations, do the research, and start finding your own theories and your own ideas. And don't just buy into whatever sounds cool. If it sounds neat, you can entertain it, but come up with your own stuff, you know, and really, really do the research. I can't emphasize that enough. Really dig deep and go down those rabbit holes and learn as much as you can from anybody you can. And don't stop learning.
Right.
Just keep learning and learning and learning. That's my final thought for you.
You know what? I agree with you 110%. Yeah. Don't buy everyone's theories as gold. It's not. We all have our own theories. But incorporate it into your research and see if it goes with it. And I agree with you 110%, Ryan. Yeah, you got it. You know, get out there, research.
Excellent.
My buddy Shane Spencer's out there right now. And he does a lot of researching over in Knox County, Ohio. And he puts a lot of tunnels through the undergrowth and brush in Conshohocken County, like something big going on all fours. Well, I can understand that too. They're crawling through there, but the spider crawl, the way they describe it with like this, I can't see them doing it. they, like you said, Ryan, got to have the extra joints. God, that would
Extra
kill
joints
me.
and everything, man. It's like, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that would
That hurts
kill
even
me.
thinking about it.
Yeah. Hi, Lisa. I'm glad you're out there too. But anyhow, we're going to call it an evening. Ryan, thank you so much.
Okay.
And
It was my
send me
pleasure,
your
Bill. You got it. I will do just
wait a minute.
that.
Shane just put this up. See if your theories changes with patterns. The one I sent ran fluently on all fours. Yeah, but was he on his fingers and toes doing it?
There you go.
Or was he flat palming it? Flat palming it, I can understand that. But
Oh, yeah. Flat palming, I could see.
Yes. But when the people say the spider crawled, they're up on their fingers and their toes running. That's too much weight. Too much weight.
Yeah. More like a gorilla, so knuckle.
Yeah, knuckles. Yes. Well, that, I can go along with that too. That I could. Because you're not.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're diversifying. He says spider crawl for sure.
All right, Bill.
No.
Well, thank you for having me tonight, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, thank you. Please send me those links. And we'll be talking again soon, brother. I greatly appreciate it. Folks, you all have a great night. I was really glad he was here.
All right, looking forward to it.
This has been an Agents of the Unexplained original
Have a good night.
podcast. Like us on Facebook, subscribe and view on YouTube, and please visit our store link in the bio. Thank you for listening, and remember that paranormal is